So I feel like we talk a lot in all of these videos that I've been doing about lawns and health and soil and nutrients and weeds. Like all seems to kind of get redundant, right? Getting sick of hearing me talk about that. Let's branch out with this video. I've decided to talk today about lawn photography and everything that goes with that. Well, maybe not everything because I'm not a photographer and that could be a lot more information than I actually know. But I'm going to talk about 3 different ways to take a photograph of your lawn that might make a big difference for whatever your motivation has been in taking a picture of your lawn. And have you guessed yet why I've chosen this topic? It might have something to do with our name. We are picture perfect, so if we're not taking perfect pictures and our clients aren't taking perfect pictures, then what are we doing? So for the fun of it, I've created basically 3 nomers for lawn photography to kind of categorize exactly what the intention or purpose is behind taking a picture of grass. So first, we have the diagnostic photo. Let's go outside and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So the diagnostic lawn picture is the one that I receive the most from clients because it's really easy to go outside, take a picture of the yard and send it in a text or an email and say, what's this, what's wrong, what's going on. The problem is a lot of the time they'll send me this picture just kind of standing on their front step or in the driveway, and all I can see is just kind of something maybe going on, but no close-up shots are involved. So with the diagnostic picture, it's always best to do 2. One from far away so we can kind of see the context of it, and then one close up so we can actually see the blade or the weed or whatever's going on. Diagnostic pictures like this are great for 2 things. 1, weed identification to find out whether or not it's something that's covered in our program, and 2, disease identification. So if we're looking for a fungus, signs of grub, something like that. So let me show you what I'm talking about in my horrible weed-infested backyard. Alright, so this is the kind of picture that I would usually receive if somebody wanted to find out what kind of weed such and such is. So immediately you can see what I can see, where there's a lot going on. Even if this was all grass and it was a specific weed that we're looking at, can't really tell from here. So if you zoom in, however, and get a nice close-up shot of the weed like this, we're able to tell that that's clearly a dandelion. Now, keep in mind, a close-up shot isn't worth anything if it's out of focus. So please, 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 if you're sending me a picture of anything in your lawn, wanting me to identify it through the picture, make sure it's in focus and that it's not blurry so I can actually see what you're seeing. Okay, so yeah, that's that. That's always a really good tool to use in terms of trying to figure out what exactly is going on in the yard, but outside of being a useful picture, sometimes you just want to take a picture that's going to look good. So here's number 2, and that's the magazine cover photo. Again, we're going to go back outside, but instead of the backyard, I'm taking you to the front yard where it actually looks good. The magazine cover photo shows off perfectly the health and appearance of the lawn and is really influenced by angles and lighting. A high angle like this is great for showing the stripes on the lawn after a mow service, while a ground level shot like this can show off the sharpness of the cut or the health of the turf in general. If your lawn is thick and well striped, go for the high angle shot. If you maybe have some bare areas or thinning or anything like that, the low angle makes it easier to mask those a little bit. Now, a lot of people will take a picture of their lawn just kind of standing straight ahead, full on shot. That's okay. But as you can see, sometimes standing at an angle on a corner shows off the stripes a lot better, especially when working with the light. I personally prefer to see pictures like this taken in the mid-morning or late afternoon because that slightly lower angle of the sun is going to give your lawn a lot more texture and richer color more often than not. And there you have it, the perfectly posed magazine cover photo for your lawn and landscape Instagram or whatever you're doing. Finally, number 3, and this is our favorite, is going to be your renovation photo or your before and after series. This one I can go over pretty quickly in here. There's not really much that I can show you out there outside of what you've already seen. Basically, with your renovation photos, you're going to want to have at least 2 pictures side by side that kind of remove all of the other variables. So we're not wanting to be inconsistent with season or with position or with lighting. We really want to be as objective and honest as possible with this so that we can show an accurate representation of the actual progress the lawn itself has made. So with these photos, you want to stand in the same spot of the yard. I always recommend standing at a corner or on a driveway, just somewhere where you can easily track and make sense of an exact position, and hold the camera at the same angle. So you don't want to have in the first picture a lot of house and little lawn, and then the next one have the house cut off in the middle. You want to use that first photo basically as your model for all of the following ones so that you've got the same format. Now, if you're doing like a quick action before and after series, so before seeding and after seeding, or before roundup, after roundup, whatever you're doing with that, the season obviously is going to have a little bit of variation depending on exactly how soon. My personal favorite before and after picture is a full year or a full 2 years, just something that's going to be the exact same time of the year. So March to March, June to June, whatever you want to do there. The biggest reason is that for pretty much any turf, you're going to have a lot of natural variation in its appearance between seasons because there's so much fluctuation, especially with a warm season turf where there's periods of dormancy or stress and stuff like that. So if you're removing that seasonal factor to do a year's coverage, then there's going to be the consistency of, okay, so that is the standard of what a lawn is going to look like in April when it's at its greenest, and okay, it definitely made a change in the level of green and thickness between those 2 years. Now, you can also use this method too for your landscaping. That's a huge thing that a lot of landscapers do, and if you're a landscaper and you're not doing this for your marketing, then you really need to consider it, because doing a before and after series of taking somebody's dumpy backyard and making it gorgeous is a huge selling point in and of itself. Landscaping is awesome, even if it's just a simple pruning and mulch installation, because you get instant gratification, and it's a really good thing to document. If you would like some before and after pictures of since the time the Picture Perfect took over your property, send me a message and let me know. I can absolutely throw that together for you. It looks awesome. As you've been seeing scroll through, it's pretty cool what a before and after series can do. So if you have questions about it, let me know. So yeah, that's the 3 main types of lawn photography that I could think of for this video. If there are any other types of lawn photography that you can think of, let me know. But again, it's an amazing tool to use as a homeowner if you just want to show off the investment you've been making in your lawn. And it's an amazing tool for professionals to use to show accurate examples of their work performance and just brag a little. If you're making your lawn green, either because you've hired a great company or you are the great company, you deserve to be able to show that off, and nothing influences how well and accurately you can show that off by the quality of the pictures that you're taking. Now, hold on a second. Before I lose your interest, let's just be clear. Just because we want to make a picture of our lawns look good does not mean that there is any excuse to use Photoshop. No, just don't do that. And just because I said Photoshop doesn't mean you can get on PicMonkey, which is what I use to put things together, or anywhere else and just go nuts on the editors. Hashtag no filter. You want to be honest. Lawns are one of those things where you can really tell if that saturation has been turned up. I get joked on a lot by the rest of our team for using filters because I rotate the angle to make sure that the horizon is straight, but that's about as far as I go. But you really want to be a straight shooter where those pictures are concerned. Well, as always, I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble about lawn photography. I promise that with our next video, we're getting back onto something a little bit more hot topic. If you have questions about anything I mentioned, just let me know. Otherwise, I hope you have a picture perfect day.